Okay, I talk about this every single webinar, right? I know you're new, so I'm not going to give you a verbal lashing yet. This is what we put in. We put the zone prices. We watch these setups develop. We have thresholds that we pay attention to. When they get over certain thresholds, so for ES, the thresholds that I will trade off of, pay attention to, are 500 for stop runs, 700 for icebergs. If it's less than that, I don't trade them. I don't pay attention to them. Okay. Sometimes you're going to get like back to back. You got to pay attention. Sometimes you'll get like 400, and then a minute later you'll get like 600. You can combine those and draw a zone. But what we do is we draw the zones based on the spike. Show that every day. You take your bubbles off. We'll do it again in the morning. Take your bubbles off. Draw your zone. Figure out your zone prices. And then you come to your spreadsheet, and you put your zone prices in the spreadsheet. The top of the zone, the bottom of the zone. Then you put your current ATR that it is when you're trading it up until you get filled. You got to stay on top of this. Then this tells you the exact price that you want to get in. So when I started the webinar, I said off of that zone, on the retest failure, because the two playbook strategies that I took are demand, the conservative entry, which is ATR, retest failure. I knew when it came back, I was going to be, I put my order in and I got long at 80. Then I put my stop there. That's all it is. There's nothing more complicated than what you're seeing. This down here is a different trading strategy where you play moves, and this worked perfectly too. And of course, like I said, they always work when I'm not here or don't take them. These are moves back to just plain moves back to the volume event, because these are just unbelievably, it happens so often. The volume event fires off, the market moves 1 ATRs, one or two ATRs, and then it'll come back to the zone. So we take advantage of that. All right, so I just heard something new. Now I can trail my stop based on this new setup. So Pat, let's watch closely what I'm doing here. I'm turning off my bubbles. I'm looking at my subchart. This is still coming in. This is Mammoth. No, man, I thought it was Mammoth. I thought it was over 1,000. This is threshold though. See where it says 780? This is a drawable zone. So now I figure out, I get my crosshair guy. I figure out where did it start and what are all the prices that happened while this was spiking. So you come here, you can see it started right about here, but it extended up to here while this was still spiking, all the way down to here while it was still spiking. So it ended there, came up to there. Then I draw my zone. So I put my top of my zone at the top price that it traded and my bottom of my zone at the bottom price that it traded. You can see this went lower, but this wasn't part of that. So that's that. Then I try to color them to be consistent and know what they are. Biasis blue, or I think someone put cyan. I don't know what color cyan is. I'm colorblind, by the way. So it looks blue to me. It looks light blue. And I'm trying to mimic what it looks like on the subchart, right? There you go. Now I go to my spreadsheet. What are the prices of that zone? 3995.75 is the top. 3994 is the bottom. Then I plug those prices in the spreadsheet. 3995.75, 3994. That's the zone. Now I look at my ATR. I'm using a 14 period. This is just a default Thinkorswim 5-minute chart on, it's a 14 period Wilders on Thinkorswim. 4.17. That's just saying this market is rotating on average 4 points every 5 minutes. So then I come over here. If you want to read more about ATR, Google Wilders ATR. Read all about it. And I put this in 4.17. Now this gives me my prices. So to make this zone a bullish zone that I just drew, this market would have to trade 4,000. To make it a bearish zone, they would have to trade 39.89 3/4. I'm already long, but if say I was long, well, my stop would go there. I'm long, so now I'm going to trail my stop to this price. So instead of 67 or whatever the hell it was, now I get to move it up 20 points, not because I don't want to lose my profit back, because of a new event that happened in the market. Right? This is still coming in, by the way. So this is an example of where you can expand the zone, right? So this was not threshold. This was not threshold. This is the same house. You can tell I have mine marked for yellow. See this line This is the same person, entity, whoever buying it, and it came all the way down to here. Now I'm going to expand that zone a little bit. You don't always see it like this, but you have to adapt, right? It's not, it's not always, black and white. These are markets, but for what I do, it's pretty damn black and white. It's pretty straightforward and it's pretty consistent most of the time. They're still buying. So somebody's buying the crap out of us. Is this the guys who've been buying bonds the last 2 days? Shift E. Now I'm going to bring this down. I can't find my little, where is the, can't find the circle. There it is. Bring it down. You can see this is still coming in. So you got globs and globs of buy ice right here. Does that mean you just go along right here? I do not. Yes, it's always good to have the big money on your side, but we see all the time, big money is wrong. The price is wrong, bitch. Pardon my language. That was from Happy Gilmore. This guy, how'd this guy do out here? The sell ice. Not very good. And you're just, I know what, guys that think they're smarter than they are. Well, you don't know what's going on there. They're getting out of their longs or they're hedging. But I don't care. You just have to assume they're entering positions and they're short. That's all that matters. It's the volume area that matters and how the market reacts to it. So whatever this person was doing, either way, I don't care what they were doing. They did not pick a good price to sell. I don't care if they're getting out of longs or they're initiating shorts. This price sucked. They could have got out 25 points higher, right? So the point is that did you just jump in this sell because you saw sell ice? If you did, you got your head handed to you. I'm not trading gold right now. No thanks.